Hello to everyone. How is everybody doing today? My name is Dr. Horacio Maldonado, and welcome to our All Things Leadership YouTube channel. We're super excited to have you today. And this next couple of weeks, we'll be focusing on our indispensable leadership experience courses. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the topics that we have scheduled for everybody. There's 10 topics in total. We'll be submitting some topics every week just for everybody can enjoy and just talk a little bit about the topic prior to taking the actual course itself. So one of the 10 leadership pillars is part of the Lead with Impact, the indispensable leadership experience is vision-based decision making. I mean, what is that, right? So the topic of the base decision making, is centered on the 7 steps to the process that empowers leaders to anchor decisions to the organizational vision or maximize maximum impact and alignment. So what is vision-based decision making? Basically, vision-based decision making means choosing the options that best advance the organization's vision, not just solving the problem or addressing the symptoms. Every decision is tested against the question, will this help us achieve our goal? That's going to be the basis of the vision-based decision-making topic for today. Going to take like about 20 minutes and just go a brief summary of the actual topic. And the first step is going to be 7 steps that our leaders can use today to focus on that vision-based decision making. And the first step is recognizing a decision must be made. We have to be able to understand that a decision needs to be made now, tomorrow, the next day, before we needs to be done. Leaders must acknowledge that when a choice is needed and take responsibility in making it. So we have to be able to focus on a decision needs to be make depending on the what is required from the organization. We cannot shy from it. So recognizing the decision must be made is very crucial for leadership within the organization. Okay, identifying all feasible options is going to be the second step. Brainstorm possible solutions with your team. Quality and diversity of options are key. So identify all the options that's available. You're using your managers, using your team, using all your network, your organization to come up with a feasible option for the organization. So brainstorm is very important. The third step is analyzing all the possible outcomes. List your pros and cons of each option and empower the team to evaluate likely results. So the more you bring everybody together in each option, you find out, okay, it was good, bad, working, maybe so. Let's get some statistical data. Let's get some research on those specific outcomes and find out what's going to be the best and feasible option for the organization. The fourth step is determine the ROI for each option. What's going to be the return of investment for each of the options? Rate each choice by how quickly and efficiently it advances organizational vision and goals. Very important. The ROI, what's going to be a return investment if we invest this much time, what are we going to get? So determine that ROI for each of the options gives a better options overall in what decision is going to be made and how we're going to make that decision. The next step is implementing the decision. Act decisively. Accountability and execution separates effective leaders from the rest. You have to be able to execute. Be accountable for your actions. Be accountable for your statements. Be accountable for what happens, good or bad. But a decision has been made by you. Either you're a general manager, you're a manager, superintendent, you're a VP, the CEO, CFO, anybody that has been put in that position to make those decisions, understand that accountability and execution separates basically the effectiveness of the leader from everybody else. Okay. The next step is measure decisions effectiveness. Measure how we're going to know if the decision that we do is going to be good. Is it going to be effective? We'll establish metrics, timeframes to see if expected outcomes are achieved. And just keeping a scheduled log, email, spreadsheet within your team to find out what are we doing. This make sure we're meeting all the steps. Let's ensure that we're meeting all of our timelines because at the end of the day, we need to ensure that every single thing can be based on the decision that we are going to make as a team. And the last one is going to be reassess and adjust as needed. If it doesn't work, we can go back to square one. If it needs to be reassessed, let's just adjust with it and keep moving forward. Follow up, review, and counter correct what new information emerges to remain flexible at all times, which is very important. And as part of this program, one of the participants' books, we talk about growth challenges, we talk about some of the key concepts, we talk about some of the implementations and some of the pitfalls. The most common leadership pitfall is, failing to make a decision, leading from behind a desk, not measuring the effectiveness, avoiding a reassessment reduces the success. Leaders must be active, accountable, and the model vision-driven action to their team. Okay. And this can allow for everyone, this process pretty much will allow the intentional and repeated regularly. Each one of these steps, growth questions for the leaders and teams to reflect on and to improve the decision-making skills throughout this course. So each one has a growth challenge questions, some additional notes. So that's what we have for the vision-based decision making. You can follow more topics on this channel and the All Things Leadership YouTube channel. If you have any questions, let me know, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.